This is Thursday, the 29th of July. I'm here at sunny Stockholm, working my first shift, security guard by the railroad, which is just over here. I am literally on a cliff watching over it, and I wanted to take this time just to briefly go over some of the basics of this job and the current assignment that I have here. So, simply put, I work for a company which I won't tell, but I work for a very prominent company that mainly has a contract with the Stockholm Central railroad traffic, and basically what I do in this mission is I just watch for any type of vandalism, theft or disturbance of peace. Now, I don't act on the disturbance of peace. That is the job of other guards or occasionally the police, but I will report it and act as far as I'm allowed, which may mean that mainly it's just communication, but if I see a situation go off hand, I will intervene. I do have the right to use force to a certain extent. I do have a baton and I have handcuffs and other means of force to use. But mainly I'll just keep an eye out for vandalism and the people entering the tracks. I'll report it and I'll go and remove them if need be. It's great working here in Stockholm. I usually work the day shift, so it's a good contrast between being quiet and being, a lot of people. It depends on where I work. Right now I do work in more of the outer stations, so not as central, but people start coming. It's around lunchtime. It's usually more in the early morning and late night. I work 12 hours, although yesterday, because there was a situation developing just at the end of the shift, literally as I was driving to the headquarters of my company to park the car and sign off, I encountered a weird situation happening just outside a subway station, and I intervened, called in, and the police were called to place, and I have a short description about it on my Instagram story at Daily Security. So I'll link that, of course, in the description below, where you can find out briefly about what happened. The police were called. I was assisting in a search and in a discovery of an illegal object. So it was quite a productive day. I got an extra hour in, obviously paid for. Right now we have trains coming in, and I'll just make sure that everything is clear on the station. But this is basically my first video. I will continue to do this hopefully more frequently, depending on how my schedule looks like. It's quite packed, but it's also on a bit more quiet and calmer and dare I say more boring locations for the next couple of weeks. But I'll keep you updated as soon as big events happen. As for frequency of uploads, I'll try to increase it to maybe once every 2 weeks, depending on, again, my schedule and the time that I have for it, and the time basically that I can sit down and do this, which I don't always have. It depends on how many patrols we are here. If there's a situation happening, it is Stockholm, so the situation always tend to happen, even in the more far out regions. But that's basically all for this video, and I hope you follow my Instagram and also subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'll try to do more relevant stuff. I'll try to improve the quality. Right now I'm filming from my phone. I might even link to a picture of my setup, which is quite interesting. It's definitely a DIY setup. I'll try to improve it. I'll buy a mic, I'll buy a camera. I got all that planned for, and I'll just get more information about the security business, what I do, what a day in my life looks like. I'm a very busy person. I'm a very financial person. I got a lot of different financial projects, and it's nice to talk about it, because here in Sweden we don't talk a lot about it. My next video, I'll try to do what I spend in a week, or what I spend in a month, or what a 30 to 40k Swedish kronor income gets you here in Sweden, because we never talk about finances here, and it might be interesting to know due to the climate of the country with a lot of taxes, and how that works out, and how you can even benefit from having taxes and actually write a lot of stuff off, such as commute time and cost for commute, that you can write off on taxes. But I'll save that for another video. Thank you for checking in, and please subscribe and